Hello everyone, welcome to VMware vSAN Deploy and Manage course for beginners. In this particular lab exercise, we are going to learn how do we go and create vSAN disk group manually. So with that, let's get started. Now click here to get access to our vCenter server, and that's our vCenter server. So let's log in to our vCenter server with the username as administrator at the rate of vsphere.local. Let's provide the password of our vCenter server and click here to log in. And as you could see that we are logged into our vCenter server. Let's go and browse our vCenter inventory. So we have a data center created as a-data center. Let's go and browse our data center. In that data center, we have a cluster created as vSAN-cluster, which we created in the previous lab exercise. Now click here to browse, and as you could see that we have added 3 ESXi hosts to our vSAN cluster, which means we have created 3 node vSAN cluster. Now click here to click on configure. Now when you click on configure, you do see that here we have a new section available for specifically for vSAN related operations. So it really simplifies vSAN management, or it gets really simplified to manage vSAN related operations from vCenter UI. So click on vSAN, and when we click on vSAN, we do see bunch of options available like services, disk management, fault domains, iSCSI target service. So anyway, we are going to discuss about each of these options in our upcoming lab exercises. So as of now, we are going to learn how do we go and create disk group manually, and to do that, we need to go to disk management. Click on disk management, and as you could see that in the previous lab exercise, during the cluster creation itself, we had created one disk group, right? So each of the host, as you could see that having a one disk group, and each of the disk group is having 3 disks. And if you remember, we were having a 2 disk for capacity and we claim 1 disk for cache tier. This is what these 3 disks are all about. And type of our vSAN is all flash. And as you could see that our vSAN status is healthy. So everything looks good from the vSAN perspective. Now click on this particular icon to create a new disk group. So click here, and as soon as you do that, it actually go and tells that you are having these many unused disk for vSAN. So what that wizard is saying us, we are having these many unused disk for vSAN. So we have a virtual disk 6.5 GB disk. So click here, and we are going to use that particular disk as a capacity tier. So we are claiming that particular disk as a capacity tier of 6.50 GB. Now click here to browse that capacity tier, and you do see that each of hosts are having a two disk which are contributing in a capacity tier. Now let's go to this 4.50 disk, and that particular disk we are going to use it for cache tier. So click here and claim that particular disk as a cache tier. Now as soon as we claim for it cache tier, so you do see that one disk on all these 3 hosts are going to contribute to the cache tier of vSAN data store. So click here to browse, and as you do see that each of the host is having a one disk of 4.50 GB is contributing to the cache tier. And you do see that claim capacity got increased from 36 GB to 75 GB after adding these new capacity tier disk. Cache size, you do see that it was 12 GB now, but after adding this new capacity or new cache tier, the size of a cache got increased from 12 to 25.50 GB. And as you do see that unclaimed storage is zero point 0.0 bytes, which means that we don't have any unclaimed disk after this particular disk group. So we have claimed all of the disk present on each of the hosts for our vSAN data store. Click on OK to proceed. Click on the recent task, and as you do see that in the task pane, your disk group creation is in progress. And after disk group creation, adding a disk to the vSAN cluster. And finally, our disk group got created successfully. Now, as you do see that now each of the host is having a 2 disk group. As you could see that each of the host of our vSAN cluster is having a 2 disk group now, and each of the disk group is having a 3 disk. Now if you want to get details about what all the disks are part of disk group 1 on that specific host and what all the disks are part of disk group 2 on that specific host, you just select the disk group, click here, and it gives you details about this particular disk. C0, T1, L0 is part of your cache tier and capacity tier. So you just click here and you get the pretty much a very good information about your disk on that specific host, which are actually part of cache tier or capacity tier. As you rightly see that C0, T4, L0 is actually cache tier, and C0, T6 and C0, T5, L0 is actually part of capacity tier. So similarly, you click on SB ESXi01 host, and as you do see that, you can get the details of the host disk which are contributing in disk group 1 and disk group 2. So now let's go to the data stores, and as you could see that we have a vSAN data store created with the size of capacity of 74.91 GB. Click on that vSAN data store and it also gives you the total capacity of your vSAN storage, and a default policy is a vSAN default storage policy which is assigned to our vSAN data store. As soon as we create a vSAN data store, the default storage policy get applied to our data store. Click on host and clusters, click on ESXi host, click on storage devices, and in the storage devices view also, as you could see that it gives you very good information about what all the disk of this host are part of vSAN data store. As you could see that other than this 40 GB disk, which is actually part of data store, local data store, rest of all the disks are actually contributing to the vSAN data store. Similarly, you go to SAESXi02 and you get the pretty much same information, and you could clearly identify that in this specific host which all the disks are contributing to the vSAN data store and which of the disks are actually contributing to iSCSI, FC or local data store. Click on vSAN data store, click here, and if you want to rename that vSAN data store, it's pretty simple. Right click on it and there we have a rename option. Give a name as Go VM Lab vSAN. Click on OK, and as you could see that your vSAN data store got renamed as Go VM Lab vSAN. Click on vCenter server. So this conclude our lab on how to create disk group or vSAN disk group manually. We hope you enjoyed this lecture. Thanks for your time. Please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.